What is up, everyone? It is John here with the final race of Fast Shares Racing on Mondays here at Long Beach as we get ready for hopefully a good race here. 45 minutes. Go quickly to the grid as we got Brian on the pole, got Andrew second, Kyle third, Jonathan fourth, Mitchell in fifth, Tom in sixth, Alex in seventh to finish out this season. So we'll get ready for 45 minutes here as we'll get the green flag. The green flag. We're going here at Long Beach. We're down into turn number one. Andrew gets the lead. Jonathan into second. Kyle third. Brian fourth. Did not get a good start there. Around the fountain. Coming out of coming to turn number 6. Andrew still in the lead. Johnson still somehow in second. Surprisingly didn't get to second. As they'll shoot through the back straightaway here, coming to turn number 9. Little battle there for last spot between Tom and Alex. Now to the hairpin. Final turn. Complete lap number 1. Again, as usual, one pit stop in this race. Jonathan still in second. Surprised how he was able to get to that second spot. Looked like someone hit the wall there. Or at least I think they clipped the wall. It is very easy to clip these walls, especially with this car. It seemed like if sometimes the car didn't want to turn, and then other times the car just had too much grip. It was kind of weird how this car acted, but definitely saw in practice that some people were having that kind of issue. It's Kyle in third. Right on the bumper. Jonathan giving him a little shot there. Oh, we got Alex who crashed. Let's go back and see what happened to him. So that it crashed or not. No, not seeing anything that happened to make him crash. Sometimes the system will think that he... Let's go back here quickly. Maybe it's further up here. Nope, guess not. But sometimes the system will indicate that if you get too slow in one section, it might think that you crashed. So, and believe it or not, you're wondering, Ron, how'd you do that? I just figured that out. they have a little time on the time and scoring system that I use. Uh, if you double click a certain part, it will take you back to which the event happened. As you saw, the timer stopped, and it will pick back up, and then where you left off. I out of like how many times I've had this for almost 10 weeks for this, and I've only had it for 4 or 5 weeks for the other one. I had it a while back, and I never I barely know how to use it back then. Just figured out you could do that. Just did. So, yeah, I keep learning something on this every time. But anyways, back to the race here. Kyle still trying to get past Jonathan here for the second spot. In fact, yeah, see, so it just did it again. It showed that Kyle crashed. He didn't crash. The hairpin is so slow that it indicates sometimes, even on the on iRacing, that there's a yellow flag, like someone's slow. It's just because they're going too slow. It drops below the threshold of what is acceptable for speed, and it might draw a caution, a local yellow. So yeah, it's kind of, I'm kind of surprised they haven't bumped up that section for. I don't know if they can individually do that or not. I don't know, but I'm surprised they haven't up or lowered that threshold because of how slow you go through there. But anyways, Kyle Cleveland is actually about 1.5 seconds behind Andrew. That's gotten pretty good gap ahead of him from Jonathan as well. Jonathan doing a great job hanging on a second at this point. Jonathan this year has kind of been averaging fourth, really around fourth to fifth. So being in second, oh man, I thought he was going to hit Andrew there for a second. Go on board Jonathan. Last time I ran 26:14, actually ran faster than Andrew by 1/10. Kyle though ran faster. Oh, and Jonathan hits the wall. That is definitely going to probably do some damage. At least probably a bent tone link or something. We're right on board when that happened. But unfortunately for Jonathan, he probably has at least some kind of damage to the front. We'll see. Let's go to... I don't see any, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have suspension damage. It doesn't take much to bend a wheel with these cars, so... Ooh, now, because of it, I think he's gotten hurt. Just enough that where he potentially won't have enough pace. He's lost a lot of ground now on Andrew, who's now 1.5 seconds behind him, so tough break for Jonathan. Hopefully it's not too damaged where he can't continue, but definitely going to be hurting for sure. Oh, and he's sideways into two. Or excuse me, turn one there. And wow, hangs on to that. Right now, all he's doing is holding up these guys behind him, so... He's trying to do everything he can to stay in front, but... Ray's just slowing these guys up. As Andrew's starting to pull away. Now trying to find a way to get Oh, that was weird. I think that was netcode there. Definitely netcode because he went right through his car. Yeah, definitely slower now. 28 to 27 for Kyle and 26.6 for Andrew. So definitely injured for sure. Kyle, I think, backing off just a little bit, trying to maybe set him up. And I think Jonathan's going to let him go here. And he does. And he's also going to let Mitchell by, and it looks like Brian as well. I think Jonathan's hurting enough to where he can't keep up any more pace with the leaders. So now the question is, can Kyle run down Andrew after losing a lot of time? It's now 4 seconds. On board with Kyle here. Up through the fountain area. I look at this track and, you know, I kind of wish NASCAR could race here. It does have its. I think the only challenge that they potentially would have is turn 11, the tight, super tight hairpin. I think that would be the only issue that NASCAR would have racing here. Everywhere else, it's pretty wide. Besides the little sections here and there, it's pretty tight. But a lot of speed, a lot of technical corners. Like this part right here, as Kyle's coming up on turn 11, they would have to swing way wide to make this turn. Because I don't think that they would be able to get too close to that that turn or that wall there to make the turn. So they would have to swing out wide for it. And then someone would try to do a dive bomb in there and it would not work. But either way, just something, you know, because there was rumors back in the, a couple years ago that NASCAR was heavily trying to purchase I call the rights to the Long Beach area to host this race or whatever. But someone in the iRacing industry bought it. So yeah, they didn't get it. But man, if they did, I'll tell you right now, if they did, I don't think we probably wouldn't have gone to the naval base. I think we would have been here. So, but yeah, either way, maybe down the road. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about NASCAR and their silly street courses and stuff sometimes, but this is a established tradition kind of street course. It's been around for a while, so I know not everything NASCAR needs to be NASCAR. I get it, but either way, let's talk about actually this race here. As Kyle is now 5.2 seconds behind Andrew, is actually losing ground. Let's go back to Mitchell, which, by the way, he's back after a couple of week hiatus. I think he's been out for 2 weeks, I think. But back for the last race, running third, doing a good job here. And doing, hopefully can have a strong finish to the season. I know, I mean, at the beginning of the season, you could buy him luck, how bad he was doing, and just, circumstances, either bad luck on his part, bad luck on other people, getting into him. So, but hopefully he can finish strong here in this race. Back to Brian in fourth, 10 seconds behind the leader. He started on the pole and fell back to fourth. Let's go to Jonathan, who hit the wall there, and looks like he is now fifth, 25 seconds behind the leader, 20 seconds behind second, so he's definitely struggling for sure. Tom looks like not sure what happened to Tom. I don't know if he got in a wreck. I'm trying to look. Maybe I don't know what happened to him, but he is out of the race in seventh. And we got Alex in sixth. Almost about to go by a lap down here. It's about 10 seconds from going a lap down here already in this race. We're approaching 15 minutes as the leader Andrew is coming around turn number 5 and into 6. Comment below. I will be happy for this comment. This is turn 6, and they count this little section right here as turn 7. Let me know if that should be continuing of the turn 6, or should that be its own individual turn. Let me know in the comments below. Because I can tell you right now, I don't think that's an extra turn. I think that should be a continuance of turn 6, but whatever. As we approach turn number 9 and 10. Andrew, now you could call this maybe as a double turn, but I call that continuance as well. So here into turn number 11, final turn as we complete lap number 11 onto 12 and approaching 16 minutes in this race. Minute 25, he's getting faster. The one thing about Andrew, like how good he is how much he can keep speed, and not only keep speed, he gains speed. Everybody else kind of loses pace. He gains the pace up, or somehow. I don't know if he just, early he just saves enough tires so when he needs to, he pushes. But technically, he doesn't have to. He's got a 7-second lead over Kyle. He can back it down a little bit. But right now, he's running ran a fast time of 1:25.7. 793. So yeah, definitely he's got the pace, and he's been good all this time. The reason why he isn't really, you're wondering why he's not the points leader and stuff, is because he missed a few, I don't know how many races in the beginning of the season. So just by that alone, even if he took the 2 drop weeks that we have, it still wouldn't be enough for him to catch back up, and there's not enough cars to make that difference up. That's an unfortunate part. If there wasn't more cars that race each week that allowed Kyle and Brian to have issues, then he would lose that difference. But there's just not enough cars to make up the difference, unfortunately. Kyle, early pit stop. I mean, you can make it from here. It's really, you could have probably came in about 2 minutes ago, but yeah, comes in really early. I think trying to let's see if he just takes fuel. That should go on to this, and yeah, it looks like he's just taking fuel only, and Jonathan's come in as well, so he comes in early. I think he's coming early because of the damage, so he might be taking a fast repair and potentially, let's see what he does. Gets fuel, or at least that part. Kyle leaves pit road. And Jonathan is taking at least front tires. Fronts are off. Man, it takes forever to get these tires on. One side's on, the other side's on. So yeah, it just takes fronts. I think probably that damage on that one side, I think it was the left side. Probably he took tires because they were wearing out so fast because maybe one was dent. So either way, takes tires. So that leaves Andrew, Mitchell, Brian to come in. I think Alex still needs to pit. I think still as well. But definitely Andrew, Mitchell, and Brian have to come in and get fuel. Now they could be going the long route. Oh, a little blinkage there. Not too bad. Go back to Brian here, 404. I believe Brian he'll still be second in points. I don't think he'll be able to run down Kyle for the championship. But still trying to finish out the season strong with the championship. Once again, looking at Mitchell hit the wall. Mitchell has hit the wall and has fallen back to third. No physical damage, no like cosmetic damage, but I'm assuming he probably hit enough to maybe do the same thing as Jonathan, bend the wheel or something like that, enough to make the car not drive right. Now the good news is, like, if he wanted to right now, he could pit, have enough fuel to make it to the end. But we'll see what he wants to do. He'll probably try to feel it out and see how it feels going in for the next few laps. But if it's pretty bad, I would say he'd probably just pit before he wears those tires out too much. Let's see if he comes in this time by. Yes, it does, and as well as Brian as well. Brian and Mitchell in for their pit stop, which just leaves Andrew to pit. I'm down the pit row in a slow, I think that's 45 miles per hour. Or 40 miles per hour, I think. It looks like Mitchell is just taking fuel. He'll probably take that fast repair to fix any damage it has. If it recognizes it has damage. As also Brian is down away. Take their fuel. It's going to put Kyle back to second. But really now it's just up to Andrew to decide when he wants to pit. And knowing him, it's 23 minutes. I would say he'll go all the way till the end. I don't think there's really any need to, obviously for him, he's got almost a full minute on Kyle, so come in as late as possible, take the least amount of fuel, and go at it at the end. And there also Alex is in for his pit stop as well. He'll probably take tires. Jonathan goes by. He'll get back to fifth. Jonathan's going to be one lap down. He'll probably He'll probably get back in the lap because he was ahead of Andrew just enough. So we'll see on that. Right now, Andrew's still in the lead. Hell, he's even growing that timeout 52 seconds now. But I would say here within the next lap or two, he would probably pit because even if he has to take even a little extra fuel just to make it to the end, like it really won't matter. I don't think he's still far ahead. The gap will come down to probably like 12 to 10 seconds or something like that, but still plenty enough gap. But it goes around one more lap. As we get to the 25-minute mark, we'll have 20 minutes left in the season. 20 minutes to go. You're at Long Beach and in the season. Next season, we are going to be running the NASCAR Euro cars, so I got confirmation on that. We'll see what kind of racetracks we're going to be doing there. But it's going to be exciting to race something like that. The NASCARs like that on the European side. Very interesting how they run. But should be fun. I'm assuming we'll have not just European races, but hopefully we'll have some American side races. I know obviously it's a European season, so yes, you would think but hopefully maybe we have one, maybe two road courses on the American side. So we're not maybe fully out to lunch on most of these racetracks. But we'll see. As Andrew stays up for one more lap. Got down to 51 seconds. But at this point, I think the only major battle I would say that you could worry about is Brian and Kyle. But that gap is about 3 seconds. Not sure if Brian will be able to catch up to him, but we'll see. As Brian goes through. Turn number 11 onto the front straightaway. Gap's kind of even still. Maybe a little bit down on it. Brian a little bit faster by a tenth of a second. A little less than tenth of a second. Still waiting on Andrew to pit. I'm going to have to say he's going to come here soon. If I can get it this time, it's kind of a waste to be out here. But man, there's one more lap. I mean, it makes sense in his decision to take, come in as late as you can because you got the time, you got the distance, and less fuel you have to take, just the better chances of not having any issues, right? Because the one thing that you worry about is if, okay, I come in now, I have to take a little bit more fuel, the gap is a little bit closer, and I make a mistake, and I'm allowing them to get to me. So I get it. I guess you just take the easy, the safer route by keeping that distance up as much as you can. So. We get to 29 minutes of 45 minutes. You're on lap 20 as well. Down the back straight into turn number 9 and 10. see if he comes in this time by. Does he fake there down? Nope, one more lap. Still got pit. I know he has to pit. I haven't seen him pit, so. If he did, that is a huge lead. I've never seen that before, so. I'm pretty sure he has not pitted yet, so. To turn 6 and 7. Still don't know why they call it that, but whatever. Down back straightaway. I call this the back straight to me personally. And into turn 9. One more time. We'll see if this time around Andrew decides to pit. And the answer is yes, he does. Finally, Andrew comes in for his pit stop. Obviously, just be fuel here. Take his time. Doesn't need to say get to. We have pit limiter buttons, so I don't have to worry about hitting anything or speeding. Okay. All right, we'll see. I mean, I'll say it'll be down to like 20 seconds. It takes a while for this thing to adjust. There goes Jonathan. He'll get himself back on the lead lap. But it takes a while for this thing to adjust. We'll see. I'm going to say 20 seconds. All right, here comes the... Cal has just caught... Or there it goes. Now it's really catching up. 22, 21, 19, 18, and 17. Tells you how long this thing takes to catch up to itself. 16 seconds. Okay, so I was wrong. 16 seconds. As we're down to 13 minutes left in this race in the season. Looks like actually Mitchell has gone by Brian again. Back to third. Brian to fourth. So, while that is all done, let's go back through the field quickly before the end of this race. Andrew in the lead. Cal in second. Got Mitchell in third. Brian in fourth. Jonathan in fifth. Alex in sixth. And Tom out in seventh. See what any kind of gap. Everyone's just spread out here. Hopefully, with the NASCAR Heroes are a little bit tighter in the racing group, hopefully. But we'll see on that. On to Kyle here. Mitchell behind. Looks like he's slowly catching up, maybe just by a little bit. So, don't want to jinx anything right now, but Mitchell doing a really good job in third. Having a solid race that he desperately needed to finish up the season. Gap between Andrew and Kyle is up to 18 seconds now. Yeah, it just keeps going up. As we're approaching 10 minutes in this race. Right here, 10 minutes to go for the season. Mitchell is catching Kyle. We got a battle for second here. Mitchell trying to look to the outside here. And actually Kyle lets him go. I'm wondering if Kyle has some damage. Because, I mean, he just let him go. Oh, he caught the wall there, swinging out wide. So now it's probably getting more damage. So now Mitchell in second, Kyle in third. Yeah, it looks like he's got some damage a little bit. Back to the leader. Got a 20-second lead over Mitchell now. So Mitchell to second, Kyle third, Brian fourth, Jonathan in fifth. The top five. Alex is in sixth, 2 laps down. Let's just see some, well, when I go by, I see lap times and see kind of where. So Andrew just passed 26:65. We'll see what Mitchell's running. Oh, he missed turn 11 a little bit, so that's going to slow him up. Uh, 28:26, so almost 2 seconds off. 29:41. So definitely Kyle's got some damage. Brian ran a 30:92. I think that's Alex in front of him, so about to catch up to Alex. Andrew ran at 26:60. So still, I mean, just the pace is huge for him. Be able to keep those tires underneath him. 29.94. Brian ran at 30.74, so not going to be able to catch him before the end of the race. I'll come to 4 and 5 here. Jonathan in 5th here. See what kind of lap time he's running. Not to be able to catch anyone, just to see what, maybe if he had pace, we'll see. Now he got front tires. 27.65, so he's definitely faster. That's a fact. If you take he's still slower than the leader, but if you take maybe Mitchell. Last lap was a 27.45. Let's see what this lap time here is. $28.40. Jonathan would have been faster. I mean, man, if he did not hit that wall, I'm kind of wondering what Jonathan could have done. I think that wall contact and just bending that wheel just enough caused him to not have any the car was damaged enough to the fronts weren't turning right. So, man, if he did not hit that wall, I'm kind of wondering what he could have done. It could have been in at least still in the top 3 or something like that. So, it would have been interesting to see. But unfortunately, made that contact, fell back. He took front tires, so maybe that's helping him a little bit. But yeah, definitely what it could have been. There's Andrew coming on the front straightaway. Under 5 minutes to go in this race. We're running a minute 26. He's running a minute 26 roughly. So no, anything under minute 20 would be the final lap. Coming to 3 minutes to go, so we'll still have at least one more lap. We'll see. Actually catching up to Jonathan there. To actually put Jonathan back a lap down again. As we come through turn 9 and 10, we're going to have at least one more lap before the white flag. Yeah, so next time by around, we'll get the white flag. As we're coming to 2 minutes to go here. Okay, next time by will be the white flag. Check on Mitchell here. He's really pulled away from Kyle now. He's almost 10 seconds ahead. Kyle is actually falling back quite a bit. Now Brian's too far back, though, to make a charge on Kyle. As Andrew going through turn number... coming to turn 8 here. Oh, whoa. Jonathan missed the turn and now is unfortunately boxed himself in. So now he's got to do some Austin Power turns. Oh, hits the wall there. Nah, he's got himself stuck anyways. Not that that really matters. All right, coming to turn number... Andrew's slow. He's coming to the white flag. He didn't have to slow up to get to the white. I think the white flag would have been out anyways. So now white flag is out, 1 to go. For Andrew and for the season. Through turn 5 here. There's Jonathan there. He's going again, but here comes Andrew through turn number 8, going to turn 9. Andrew, throughout when he could race, was dominant all the time, and this race was no different. Though he won't win the championship because of the amount of races he lost, he definitely showed he had all the strength this year. Off the final turn to the start-finish line, Andrew will win the last race of the season at Long Beach. Comes Mitchell to finish second after having a miserable, I don't want to say a miserable season. Gets a great finish here. Finishes second to finish out the season. Comes Kyle in third. And Kyle will finish third. Brian will come home in the 4th position. Jonathan already crossed the line in 5th. And 1 lap down. And here comes Alex finishing 6th as well. So Andrew gets it done. Through the points that I've looked at, Kyle wins the championship. So congrats to Kyle winning the championship. Andrew wins the race, the last race. So guys, if you did enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, want to see more broadcast races, consider subscribing. Again, next season we'll be doing the NASCAR Euro cars, and that will probably be a couple weeks that we'll start doing that. So stay tuned for that. But of course, we'll still have Thursdays NASCAR 87s still to do for broadcast. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and hope to see you next time.